Divine blessings, everyone. This is coming off My Thought Patterns, episode 122. And protection from the lower forces is always occurring when you're actually raising your soul, because everything's energy, vibration, and frequency. So remember that you're always affecting matter. And whatever you say is affecting a quantum field, and it reflects back. So when you stay in touch with your higher self, everything changes for you. Because now you realize that you're a co-creator of your reality. And one thing I learned about spirituality is that it's not all love and light. You have to use the dark, but in a light way, in order for it to work for you. Because, a lot of us have been brought up to, try and rescue people and things like that. But when you learn about the karmic cycles of reality, you have to allow people to experience life, You're not supposed to be out here trying to rescue everybody. Pour into those that are pouring into you. So there's a balance of you get me? Because energy is always affecting your matter. And when you deal with the matter in hand, let me tell you, you're going to be a magnet for great attraction. And when you tap into the laws of attraction, it gives you satisfaction. Because now you're really tapping into action. That gives you the final result. So you're not externalizing your power, looking for outcomes. You're attracting it. And when you stay in a state of gratitude, it gives you a good attitude. And that vibration there is always available. Because one thing I learned about the emotional state is that we're always choosing how we are, So you can't get caught up in the illusion. That creates a confusion when people are presenting to you personas. You've got to realize that everything is getting manifested behind the scenes. And when you tap into the non-physical part of reality, you realize how powerful it is, because that's where you're birthed from. Trust me. Because, we only inhabit these physical vessels because of the reality that we have to live out for now. There's an afterlife after this where you go into the higher dimensional states of being. So just realize that everything that you're doing now is going to affect your afterlife, So just be mindful of that. And realize that you're always sending a vibrational imprint to the quantum field. So be aware, And okay, let's switch it a bit. This journey has been incredible because it's taught me so much through experience, like I was talking about earlier. I needed to go through all that darkness in order to spread this lightness. So I'm not saying that, don't help people. I'm saying that set boundaries and be mindful of your energy, because your energy is always affecting matter. And when you're really realizing what's going on behind the scenes, you realize, wait a sec, you've got to align with yourself with what actually serves you. It's very simple, but yet so effective. And when you're selective on the energies that you emit, you're really tapping into your power now. Because one thing I've learned is that the mind can be fragile when you're not allowing it to flow, and realizing that this is the matrix that causes many tricks. So you've got to be like water. You've got to learn how to be adaptable and mold and shape yourself into what you need to be within the present moment, depending on the circumstances that you're living within your life, because everybody's looking at it through a different lens. And when you become a silent observer, you become a good learner of your consciousness, realizing, okay, it's not about running away from my shadow, it's about facing it and embracing it. Then you can have real grace with it, because now you're like, wait a sec, when you love yourself wholeheartedly, you realize that there's many versions of you, but you're choosing how you present yourself at all times. So keep on connecting with the divine. It's real life. And when you tap into authenticity, which is 4,000 times more powerful than love and compassion, you realize, wait a sec, it's not about how anybody perceives you. It's about the perception that you have of yourself, because how you see yourself is how you are. It's simple as that. So you can't, rely on other people's perception. You've got to raise your soul. And guess what happens? The universe responds to you, because the universe reads energy, vibration, and frequency, not just what you say. You get me? Because the energy behind that is the truth. So keep on tapping into your power and realizing that you are a star. And one thing I learned as well, is that Affirmations are fantastic, but action is even better than that because that executes the manifestation from what you're speaking because it gives you the final result, you know? So this is why I'm really big on action, you know? Shouts to David Goggins out there, just on my mind right now, because that man there really showed me about the darkness, realizing that, okay, it doesn't matter how anyone perceives you. It matters how you perceive yourself and the actions that you take because every action has a consequence. So it makes sense that you take the right actions to give you satisfaction. Then you'll truly be laughing within first and outside second, realizing that you're co-creator of your reality. So yeah, staying in a flow state is key. And like I said on the last clip there, the inner child, 0 to 7 years old is where most people subconscious is getting programmed from. So when you tap into your inner child, you really can become wild and realizing that everything's happening right now. You know, the power of the now is so important for you on this journey because you'll realize how many people are living in the past. But when you've got a vision for your future, you can manifest it within this present moment. So you have to act like you are the best version right now and have that emotional state to align with it. You know what I mean? Then keep feeling so good, real good. It's all about feeling, baby. Oh, yeah. And the feeling is the secret. Trust me. Tap into Neville Goddard as well. Take care, peace, and listen.